What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Sabrina back with another video. Y'all, I am in a good mood today because I woke up. I woke up. I put a smile on my face and said, today we are dropping videos on my YouTube. Today, no more slacking, okay? Don't mind this forehead. I know it's shining, but guess what? I'm still cute, so it don't matter. But as y'all read the title, we're going to be talking about some signs that you could tell you're pregnant without even taking a pregnancy test. So these are the signs that I had. Sorry, y'all. These are the signs that I had before I took a pregnancy test to see. So everything might not resonate with everybody because every female is different, but I'm finna tell y'all what I was going through to figure out I was pregnant or whatever. So just keep in mind that everything that happened to me might not happen for you. But these are some signs to know if you're pregnant without taking a pregnancy test. Okay? But before we get into this video and these wonderful never mind. But before we get into this video, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and turn on my post notification bell so you know every time I post a video. And I actually dropped another video before this one. So make sure y'all go check that out. And let's get right into the video. So, as y'all know, I had a baby. She will be born in February 3rd. That's next month. A couple more days. And yes, I had a baby. And so I can tell y'all some of the things that happened to me, how I felt to figure out I was pregnant or whatever. So the very first sign that I had was my boobs were sore. And it wasn't just like no normal sore, like, cause sometimes my boobs get sore before I get on my period. But it was nowhere like I knew it wasn't my period. I just knew it wasn't my period because my period started. My boobs are like somewhat sore, but when I was like pregnant, my boobs were so sore, like you couldn't even really touch them because they were so sore. So that was the very first sign I got. So I was like, I'm not used to this. Something not right. My boobs don't never feel like this. So that was one sign I had. I don't know why I keep playing with my boobs. Y'all can't see it, but yeah, I'm playing with my boobs. But yeah, that was my first sign that I had. And if I keep looking down, it's because I got a book. I had to write some stuff down, y'all. So the second sign I had was I was so nauseous. If y'all didn't know, when I first got pregnant, I was working at Subway. I'm still working at Subway, but yeah, I was working at Subway's. And in Subway, there's so many different smells of every little thing. So I was so nauseous, y'all. I couldn't smell. Like every little thing that I smelled inside of that restaurant was just getting to me. I was like, ew, I can't do it. I can't just sit here in this smell because it's making me want to just puke everywhere. So that was my second sign. Like I just felt like throwing up and throwing up and throwing up some more. So that was the second sign. First it was my boobs. Then I had bad nausea. And yeah. Third sign this is like the biggest sign, a missed period. If you missed your period by not just by a day or two, maybe if it's like 4 days past and you know something's not right, like you know you don't go that many days without like having like period and stuff like that, then you should like expect that you're pregnant because it's not normal to really miss your period. So that's another sign. I did miss my period. And yeah, so first sign was my boobs, second sign was nausea, third sign was my missed period. And by that time I was like, honey, I am fucking pregnant. I'm pregnant. I didn't miss my period. I'm pregnant. Another sign that I had that made me realize that I'm pregnant is, this might not apply to everybody or whatever, but it did happen to me. But if you do live with your spouse or around your spouse a lot, or whoever got you pregnant, if they just start acting like if they just get sick out of nowhere, like say they get a headache or stomach ache, or they just not feeling, they just lounging around, laying around, sleeping a lot. If your spouse is doing that, that is a sign of you being pregnant. Because that's what happened to me when I found out I was pregnant, and when I was actually going through it. My boyfriend was like, he wasn't feeling it. He was getting headaches, his stomach was hurting, he was sleeping a lot, and I was just like, this is not him, this is not what he do. So I just kind of knew, like, okay, something not right. Like, what is going on? You never lay around like this. So that can happen, y'all. I don't want y'all to think, oh, that can't happen. That can happen. Like, your spouse can be affected by your pregnancy. They can feel sick and everything like that. They can lay around, they can sleep. So if you notice they start acting a little different, then that is a sign that you are pregnant. Fatigue. So if you feeling a little lazy, a little down, you just tired, you just don't feel like doing nothing, you don't feel like getting out the bed, you just had enough. You're just like, no, I can't do it today. I just can't do it. That is a sign. Being tired and just drained, just don't want to do nothing. That is a sign of being pregnant, y'all. It is a sign of somehow out of nowhere you just like, I can't do it today. Then that is a sign of being pregnant. Another sign is dizziness. A lot of people might not experience this, but a lot of people do experience it. I've experienced it a little. I mean, I experienced it, but not like too much. But there was times when I felt dizzy at points when I like stood up. And I just like, whoa, like what the fuck? And like, I mean, I know sometimes if you like get up too fast, you feel dizzy, but it wasn't that. It was like I was really feeling dizzy out of nowhere, or I could just be like just doing nothing out of nowhere. I'm just like, whoa, what was that? You know. So dizziness is a sign of being pregnant. So these are all the signs that I have so far. It is your boobs hurting, nausea or throwing up, y'all. A missed period, if your spouse gets sick, fatigue, dizziness. So those are the main symptoms of being pregnant. I really can't think of anything else because I know this is all what happened to me. It might be different for other people, but this is what happened to me. So if y'all feeling any of this, there's probably going to be time that you're taking a pregnancy test. Like, if you feel any of these symptoms, take a pregnancy test or visit a doctor. Sometimes, y'all, sometimes, if you feeling all this and then you take a pregnancy test, sometimes it still can come back negative because it probably is too early to detect if you're pregnant or not. You could still be pregnant, but it's just too early for the test to detect that you're pregnant. So, if you feeling all this and you take a pregnancy test and then it say negative, don't just feel like, dang, I'm not pregnant. Why am I feeling like you can't be pregnant? Because with me, I took a pregnancy test like earlier on because I was feeling some of this stuff earlier on, and the very first test I took, it said negative, and I was like, why am I feeling this way? It was just too early for that test to detect it. So if you feel like you've been feeling like this for about 3 or 4 weeks, then yeah, you could take a pregnancy test and it should detect that you are pregnant if you're having most of these symptoms. But you always can go to the doctor, y'all. It's pregnancy test. Go to the doctor. They can do it for you. They can check it out for you. And those are the main signs that you're pregnant. We're going to go over them again. So it's sore boobs, nausea or throwing up, missed period, if your spouse gets sick or feeling down or whatever, fatigue, dizziness, and that is it. That's all that happened to me. And that's just what it is. And yeah, that's how I knew, y'all. After I felt all this, I took a pregnancy test and boom, I was pregnant. So those are the facts, y'all. And hope you guys took something out of it. Hope you guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. That's it. Straight to it, straight to the point. And if you remember, y'all, if you didn't already, go check out my last video that I just posted, okay? And I'll see you on my next video. Bye.